Penn State Behrend's cheerleading squad almost didn't exist in the 2013-14 school year. Thanks to one student, the team has become one of the best the school has seen in years.
It's no secret that the cheerleading squad at Penn State Behrend has been through its fair share of trials and tribulations.
They were real struggles, I almost didn't come back this year.
The team has had 4 different coaches in the last 5 years, and this year got their 5th new coach. But this one was different. Behrend's new coach is a former member of the team. In fact, she was a member just last year. Behrend's athletic director, Brian Streeter, named Megan McKinney the head coach of the cheerleading squad just a few days before the students moved in.
It was the Wednesday before the students moved in. He said, I don't have time to put it in a paper. We won't have a team. And he goes, do you have certification? Can you do this? And I said, yes, I can do this.
Streeter had no choice but to rely on McKinney, a junior studying mechanical engineering technology. If the school was going to have a team this year, she was their only option.
At this point, I wasn't going to cheer. I was done. I wasn't very happy with the way the program was going, and I said, you know what, I have a really, really hard semester, hard year. Being a junior mechanical engineer with an operations supply chain management minor, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take a year off and just focus on myself.
Her focus quickly shifted from her own studies to improving the cheerleading program. She had to rebuild this program from the ground up, with few members of last year's team returning for another year. Terry Johnston is one of those returning members. He and McKinney have been friends since arriving on campus 3 years ago, and he wasn't sure how having his peer as a coach would pan out.
It was really surprising because she is my own age, so it's kind of hard to take orders from someone you thought of as your equal for 2 years before that.
McKinney believed that coaching her peers would be one of her biggest struggles throughout this year. She was pleased when she got a positive reaction from her new team.
Seeing as she was a student, I felt better knowing she has been on the team and she was still in school, so she was always on campus, and we could see her whenever, and she knew how the team was ran before, so I feel like it made the experience better.
For one cheerleader, having McKinney as the coach was her main reason for joining the squad. The two cheered together in high school, and Ariana Fontes found that having a friend as a coach was the key to her success.
So it was a giant relief to know that I knew somebody who was going to be in charge of me coming from Gateway High School to Penn State cheerleading.
McKinney threw a curveball at her young squad and the athletic department when she announced that she wanted to take the squad to Daytona, Florida for the NCAA Nationals. Luckily for McKinney, Streeter was more than supportive.
He's like, you want to do this? You're going to do this. He's like, we're sending you to Florida. I was like, okay, tell me what I have to do.
With the help of the athletic department and the squad, they started working towards Florida. They started practicing more than they had ever before. They put in more and more hours each week, and they also suffered through a few hard times. But together, they pushed through and made the journey to Florida in mid-April.
As a freshman, when you say yeah, my team made it to nationals, you're like, that was my freshman year. So imagine what you're going to be doing when you're a sophomore or a junior or a senior. I'm like, this is really happening. I'm going to Daytona.
The team placed 8th at the NCAA Nationals and is already looking forward to improving next year.
As someone who cheered with Megan on the Behrend team and who experienced the rough patches, I believe that Megan is the perfect fit for this squad, and she will continue to improve the program in her senior year at Behrend. 16 members of the squad have already agreed to return next year, and that alone speaks for itself.